Hi again, ladies and gentlemen, Brad Browning here, and in this video I'm going to list off 6 text messages that you should never send to your ex. Now this video is specifically for those who want to get back together with their ex, but most of these messages are still generally bad news, even if you're not looking to win back an ex. And before I jump into these terrible text messages that you shouldn't send to your ex, I'd like to quickly ask you to do me a big favor and click the like button below if you find this video helpful. And if you have any questions you'd like me to answer, please feel free to leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get into it. Now, after a breakup, many people feel compelled to beg their ex for another chance and to plead and basically just generally try to talk their way into another shot at a relationship with their ex. It's only natural to try and do this, to try and change someone's mind when they made a decision you're not happy with. But any text message that involves begging, pleading, promising your ex that you'll change your ways, they're all doomed to fail. See, no matter how logical it might seem to ask your ex for another chance and to reassure them that things will be different next time around, it's just simply never going to work. The only way to get your ex back is to rebuild their natural, real attraction for you. You can't use words to make your ex love you again. You need to build natural attraction so that they want you back. After all, love is a two-way street. So don't send your ex any text begging for another chance or promising to change. It's just a bad idea, period. Yes, I know, you want to know why your ex broke up with you. I understand that. Maybe you're just looking for closure. Maybe you just think another serious discussion will help you work out the problems in your relationship that led to the breakup. And maybe months down the road, you can ask your ex for some closure. But at this point, it's best to just completely avoid all talk of your relationship, the breakup, and anything else that's serious. Remember, you want to rebuild your ex's attraction, and rehashing the same old drama is just not going to help with that at all. Usually it just reinforces your ex's decision to break up in the first place. So yeah, it's just not going to work. If you're not sure why your ex broke up with you, or you want to figure out whether you've still got a chance, head over to my website. It's www.breakupbrad.com and watch the free video presentation there. I share some in-depth advice on breakups and how to repair things with your ex. So if you haven't yet, definitely after you watch this video, head over to my website, breakupbrad.com, and watch the full-length video. Sometimes you may wind up hating your ex's guts after the breakup, whether they've done something wrong or not. But regardless of how intense the anger and desire for revenge might be, sending your ex angry messages and trying to hurt their feelings with mean, insulting comments, it just won't do you any good. Honestly, it probably won't even make you feel any better, and it'll definitely kill your chances of ever getting back together or even just being friends and sort of make it awkward for the future. So don't do that. It's not something I recommend. This is something I talk a lot about in my X Factor Guide program because a lot of people seem to think that texting their ex something like, hey, what's up, or how's it going, will help stimulate a conversation and get your ex talking to you again. But actually, usually it does the opposite. When you send your ex a boring, simple, what I call pointless message like that, it just doesn't generally lead to any positive conversations. Boring. So if you want to get a reply and you want to get your ex to start thinking about you again in a positive light and have some of those positive memories come to the surface in the back of your ex's mind, you got to keep your texts and your messages interesting and funny. At the very least, make sure that your messages have a purpose beyond just reconnecting. So have a reason why you're contacting your ex. And when it comes to texting in general, just remember, be fun. If your ex enjoys texting back and forth with you, then they'll continue to reply and they'll start to think of you as fun or interesting again, which is what you want and you need if you want to rekindle the romance after the breakup. So definitely keep that in mind. If you send her ex a message and he or she doesn't reply, then that conversation is dead and you need to leave it in the past. The worst thing you can do is just send more and more messages saying, did you get my text? And why didn't you reply to my last text? That just generally makes you look needy and desperate. So if you don't get a reply, wait a while. Don't message your ex again for a few days, or even in some cases, you might need to wait a few weeks. And then when the time is right, you can try again with a different approach and a different message and see if that works better. A lot of my clients have, at some point after their initial breakup, tried to win their ex back by telling him or her how much they love them and how badly they miss them and how much they wish they were still around. Sometimes I've seen some customers write out lengthy love notes, put them in the mail, leave it out for your ex to find as a last-ditch effort to just sort of get their feelings out there and lay their heart on the line. You probably know by now that this is definitely a bad idea. But if not, I'm going to spare you the in-depth reasoning and just say this. Don't tell your ex you still love them. Don't tell them that you miss them like crazy or anything of that nature. There are occasional times when this kind of thing is appropriate, but unless you're at that point and you know for sure that the time is right, you're best just to not send that sort of message to your ex at all, ever. So that's it for now. If you've managed to avoid sending your ex any of the 6 messages I just talked about in this video, then congratulations, because quite honestly, most people will have sent at least 1 or 2 of these texts in the first few weeks after the breakup. If that did happen and you are guilty of committing or sending 1 or 2 of these texts, don't worry about it. Just from now on, make sure you avoid sending these types of messages, and you'll be doing yourself a big favor in the long run and generally helping your cause. And finally, if you'd like to get some more text message ideas that will help generate a reply and start building the attraction between you and your ex, just head over to my website. It's www.breakupbrad.com and sign up for my X Factor Guide program, because the program includes a bunch of sample texts you can just copy and paste and send immediately to your ex to spark some positive conversation and get them thinking about you again. And even if you're not interested in signing up, you can still watch the free video on my website for a few more ideas. I've got a lot of juicy nuggets in there as well. So again, the URL is www.breakupbrad.com. And that's it. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you found the video helpful. Please leave your comments and suggestions below. And I'd also really appreciate it if you'd like the video by clicking the thumbs up button below if you found it helpful. Really appreciate that. Bye for now. See you next time.